It's a bleak outlook, but we do go to another edition of Human O'Neill. Federal politicians Jane Hume and Kimberley Kitching filling in for Claire O'Neill on maternity leave are going head-to-head on, well, COVID. Basically, we were going to talk Afghanistan, but we're a bit truncated because of wall-to-wall news conferences. Before we get into it, of course, you've got your 1 minute, strictly speaking, to talk about a topic that has captured your attention. Starting with you, Kimberley Kitching, reflecting this week on your trip to Afghanistan.
Thank you, Tom. Yes, I want to talk about the force for good that Australia was in Afghanistan. So I've had the privilege of going both with the ADF and with DFAT. With DFAT, that was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Australian-Afghan relations. And with the ADF, I got to see the outstanding men and women of our Defence Force. Our diplomatic corps, of course, also is world-class, so professional, and the effect that both the ADF and DFAT were able to have in Afghanistan is, means that we should be very proud of those people whom we send there. While we were there, of course, while Australia was in Afghanistan, of course, that we were able to make sure that ethnic minorities such as the Tajiks, the Turkmen, the Hazaras, were able to participate in society far more fully than they ever had been able to. And of course, we were able to help girls and women. Millions of girls were educated while Australia was there. And of course, for women, they were able to participate in society. So they became judges, politicians, journalists, as we've seen, very brave journalists over the last few days. But also, I'm thinking about a woman I met, one of the only woman in an officer training class that I met in Afghanistan. She, of course, was very pleased to be there to serve her country, and I'm sure our members of the ADF can understand what that means to serve your country. But I think that she said to me, one day I would like to be Defence Minister. This wasn't possible beforehand, but maybe one day I will be. So I keep thinking about her, Tom, because, of course, it's women like her who will bear the brunt of the Taliban.
For all the talk of them having perhaps softened their approach on evidence, sadly, so far that's not the case. I suppose all we can do is hope on that front.